You. Yes, you. I have a question. Are you stuck in a cycle? Like a cycle of just overthinking? Do you feel overwhelmed by spiraling thoughts that they won't stop? Listen to me. I need you to know that you are not alone. In fact, it's something that millions of people deal with beyond just you. There are millions of people, maybe even billions of people deal with this. They are all struggling with what you're struggling with right now, but there is hope. And that's why you're here. That's why you're here. So, welcome to this channel. This is a place where we face those spiraling thoughts head on and together so we can reclaim that peace of mind. Now, my name is Jessica, and this channel was born out of my own journey. I'm talking through therapy, through anti-anxiety meds, anti-depression. Through all kinds of things that I have gone through to get to this point where I'm cornered with so much on my mind right now that I can't not speak about it. So I'm creating this channel to create a space for like-minded people to gather. And my battles with overthinking and my experiences with ADHD is what drives my mission to help others who feel like their minds are running a marathon they never signed up for, or running them into near insanity. You are not insane. And here we're going to talk about the things that matter deeply. I'm talking forgiveness, patience, understanding, and so much more. Now, if you're someone who's ever felt lost or left behind by your own thoughts or disconnected from the world around you, I want you to know that this is a space for you. And as much as I'm speaking to you, I need you to understand I'm also speaking to myself. So that's real too. Now, this channel is dedicated to helping you break free from the endless cycle of overthinking and the mental exhaustion that comes with that. So we'll explore ways to understand, to manage, and ultimately transform these spirals of thoughts into something more productive and calming. So whether you're an academic overwhelmed by expectations, or a high achiever struggling to apply yourself in the real world, or someone with ADHD or neurodivergence navigating life in a society that often misunderstands you, listen, I'm here for you. We here for you. This is a non-judgmental space. We are very open. We are in a space that is surrounded so that we can really dive in and begin to understand ourselves. I will be speaking a lot from my journey, my perspective as a young Black woman who went to college at 16, went to high school at 12. So I've always been behind in the social aspect. Like, I've been ahead, but there's a lot that I'm understanding now that I'm very behind in. So I'm seeking to understand, why do I feel so different from everybody else around me? Why do I have such a hard time? And it seems like everybody around me has it figured out. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's how I feel. So as we dive into that, let's get into what some of these terms mean. So overthinking. So let's start by talking about overthinking. Simply put, overthinking is when your mind gets caught in a loop of excessive worrying about a problem or a situation. It's like having a radio that you can't turn off. I mean, it's constantly broadcasting every possible scenario. I'm talking mistakes, I'm talking fears, I'm talking worst case scenario, that vivid, vivacious imagination that you have to create the art that you create, to come up with creative solutions to complex mathematical and scientific equations. That side of your brain also can be overpowered by negative thoughts and negative thinking. So for many people, overthinking leads to stress, it leads to anxiety, and in some spaces and cases, it leads to depression. I can relate to that. Anybody else can relate to that? If you can relate to that, drop that in the comments, please. Anybody else can relate to that overthinking contributing to depression? Because that's all right. So next, let's define ADHD. So ADHD, which stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a condition that affects both children and adults, and it can make focusing, staying organized, and controlling impulses very difficult. Controlling impulses is one that's very important to me. That's something that's also linked to bipolar disorder, which there are some doctors who place that on me, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure where things lie. So that's part of this whole thing, is to explore and get an understanding. Seek ye first understanding. But beyond that, it leads to overthinking, because your brain is constantly bouncing from one thought to another thought, making it hard to find calm and stillness. Like, one thought to another thought. Let me do this. You know what? Let me drop that and go to the next thing. That's me. And I need structure. And even within structure, lately it's been feeling so overwhelming that I'm not even feeling connected to the things that are inside of the structure. It's something deep within going on, and I need to unlock that so that I can access the destiny that I'm headed to. And I'm not alone in that. You need that too. We need to get you where you're going as well. So we're going to dive into this. So let's get into neurodivergence. Neurodivergence is a term you'll hear a lot on this channel. So neurodivergence is simply refers to people whose brains function differently from what society considers typical. So this could be ADHD, like we just talked about. It could be autism. It could be autism spectrum disorder, same thing. Or it could be other conditions. But being neurodivergent doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you. It just means that your brain is working in a very unique way. But that uniqueness, back to what we're saying about that same mind that you use to fix those complex scientific equations, you got to stay prayed up, because the brain will start getting things planted and then you spinning around on the wrong thing. So it just means that uniqueness can sometimes lead to a feeling of being misunderstood and overwhelmed by the world, which can lead to more overthinking. So this is why this matters. Why this matters. This matters. Why are we talking about this? Because mental health is crucial. Your peace of mind is essential. Many people feel alone in their struggles, but I really want to be a catalyst at creating a space where we can have real conversations about mental well-being. Here, you'll find tools to help you cope. But more importantly, I hope that you find hope. That is the biggest thing. I hope that you just see the space. And because, for example, I watch a lot of motivational videos. Eric Thomas is one of my favorite, Myron Golden, that category, that group, right? Even Your World Within, Eddie Pinero, right? And at the same time, I could listen to them all day, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to wake up with me and move me and make the steps and take vivacious, bold action in the world. Like, just be bold in my choices and taking action. And I can only listen to them so much. So this is why this matters. Because you deserve a life that is not controlled by your negative thoughts, but you deserve a life that is guided by clarity, purpose, and self-compassion. So what you can expect from this channel: each week, I'll share videos on specific topics, how to manage overwhelming thoughts, how to practice patience with yourself, how to embrace your neurodivergence, and how to build a routine that supports your mental health, because that's what we need. We're trying to find that structure, those key elements that keep us in balance. We'll cover actionable steps that you can take your daily life to shift your thinking and find balance. Now, there will be moments of reflection, moments of learning, and even some moments of laughter. I hope you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Laughter is food for the soul, Campbell's soup. So like I said, I'm not just here as somebody who's talking to you. I'm here in the trenches too. I'm very deep in the trenches. Yeah, I am belly overwhelmed. I know what it's like to spiral and to feel like there's no escape from your own mind. But I also know that it's possible to break free. I'm here because I made the journey, and I want to help you do the same. I'm making the journey. Let's say that. I made it through one part, but I came to this part. This whole new chapter in my life, I don't know anything. So if any of this resonates with you, if you are ready to take the first step towards a calmer, more focused life, I want you to join this community. I invite you to join this community, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below, introduce yourself. Let's get to know, have our first little school lunch. Let's have our little lunchtime and tell me what topics you want to hear about first. Talk about where you at on your journey. Start a conversation. And you don't have to face your thoughts alone. Together, we can learn to grow, to not just survive, because I feel like that's what I'm in now. Not just survive, but thrive. So remember, you are more than your thoughts. You have the power to control your mind and live a life of peace, purpose, and fulfillment. So let's take this journey together, one step at a time, one breath at a time, one video at a time. I love you.